Hello ladies and gentlemen and everything in between. Last time we looked at Mage Tech deck boxes and I told you that I wrote to several other companies that I want to check out their product and compare them to each other. And Ultimate Guard reached out to me and also provided me some of their product. So thank you Ultimate Guard for providing me with this, but be sure I will still be totally honest with my opinion about those deck boxes. Also, I will give away some of those like last time, but more about this later in the video. So, without further ado, let's dive into the review. And there we go, we start with the lowest price product I got sent by Ultimate Guard, and those are the boulders. Just up front, I already recorded all of this for my German channel. Links in the description if you like to see the German content more, because you are from Germany, you can head over there. I'm just saying this because I will go over this kind of quick because it was a really long video and I already know all of this, so I can just show you the stuff. And I want to make it quick so it's not like an hour-long video. So we just start, okay? We have those two deck boxes. We have one for 80 plus cards, double sleeved, and 100 plus double sleeved cards. The measurements of those are in width the same, like they are identical in their wideness, and they're identical in their height. The only difference is their depth, of course, because this one fits 80 plus double sleeve, this one fits 100 double sleeved cards. They are round about 7.7 centimeters wide. And they are around about 9.8 centimeters high. And the depth of the 100 plus boulder is, I would say, 7.5 centimeters, so it's like a square. And 80 plus is around about 6 centimeters in its depth. We're gonna take our cards from the last deck box review and gonna check how they fit in here. Oh wait, there's some stuff more. First of all, I really have the feeling that they feel good, like especially this murky, not completely transparent deck box feels really good in my hand. I really like to touch it and have it in my hand. It feels very good. I don't like the glossy, the completely transparent, and I mean, you can already see one big point. You have instantly fingerprints on it, which is, I don't like it so much. But okay, let's start with the whole card fitting process. We have 80 plus double sleeved advertised for this deck box, and we have 80 cards single sleeved. And you see, those fit perfectly in there. They have enough space. Sadly, you cannot put a slide card case in it. It looks like it fits, but there is the point where it starts to block itself. So it locks in place and you have to really put it out. They don't fit in here. If you have like a card case, a hard case that is even smaller than the slide card case, then this could possibly fit in there. Otherwise, these 80 cards fit in perfectly here. As you can see, they have a little bit of wriggle room, but this is totally fine, I think. So let's get over to the shake test. And I realized at the German video immediately that this happens. But this happens so easily because you have this mechanism that holds your deck box together. Only this. This on that side and on the other side. And when you hold your deck box here, you push the lock out of its corner, and so it's easy to open it. If you hold your deck box like this, it holds really well. It's really good. You can shake it as hard as you want. It doesn't come apart. So this is really good. Just don't hold it like this. This is also the big weak point of the deck box. If you press it here, you can easily open it up. Also, the lid feels way stronger than the bottom part of the deck box, but this could be just like my personal feeling of it all. But you can also hold it on the lid. There's no problem. It holds very well. You can open the deck box really easy, especially if you know how to open it. I just have like a little bit of struggle that the plastic here already is getting used up. And I can see after some use of that deck box that the plastic will eventually use its grip to each other, and the deck box will maybe get weakened in its closure. But this is something that I can only tell after some use, so take that for not granted. Let's come to the interesting part, and this is entire deck, 80 cards, double sleeve. They are double sleeve with Dragon Shield outer sleeves, or main sleeves, basic sleeves, and sealable inner sleeve, Dragon Shield. So this is a very, very thick deck. Like this is very, very huge. I know that. But the problem is this says 80 plus, and it doesn't even fit those 80. Like, I don't know if you can see it here. There is like literally cards over. And I am already compressing them. And of course, I know it's very thick because it's Dragon Shield and it's sealable inner sleeves. But when you say 80 plus, I expect that at least 80 fit in there with one of the most well-known card sleeve companies, even though it's sealable inner sleeves. And it's not even just close, okay? Like, it's not, oh yeah, I could get them in there. No, I cannot. I cannot fit 80 cards in here. And this is something where I have to say, if I, maybe when I leave 4 cards out, I didn't test this in the German video, even if I let 4 cards out, I have to really hard compress the deck so that it fits in. And it sits insanely tight. This is something I really don't like. If you advertise 80 plus, then it should definitely be 80 plus, even with the sealable inner sleeves. It should be 80 with sealable inner sleeves. And this is something that sits really, really not right with me. Overall, it's a cool deck box. It's really compact. It's nice. But I saw already some mistakes in the production. We have here like this bumps. Like, you can feel them inside of the deck box. They are not even. There are weird bumps that I can feel, and you see them, but they are not made on purpose because they are not on the other side. This is just simply a production mistake. Same goes for here. I don't know if you can see it. There is a production error. You can see it because it's brighter, and you can feel it because there is a little bump. Of course, it's one of the cheaper products of Ultimate Guard, but this looks like some serious production problems they should look into. Without further talking about the 80 plus, we go over to the 100 plus. Of course, the single sleeve will fit in there. We don't have to check that. But we're gonna check the sealable inner sleeve double sleeved deck. And this will fit in here perfectly. You even have like a little bit of wriggle room. The hardcade sleeve still doesn't fit in. It's the same measurements, so that's also very sad. We can do the same shake test. And it fits. Again, if you hold it here, you will easily pop it open. I literally fear for it. Yeah. It's just so easy. So always keep in mind, don't hold your deck box here. Upside down. Never hold your deck box upside down. But if you hold your deck box upside down, don't hold it here. Because this is the big weak spot of the deck box. Here, it's completely fine. Big problem is you have like no tray for dices or tokens. I know there is like a boulder tray that has like a little dice tray at the bottom, but it costs more, obviously. And sadly, Ultimate Guard didn't send those to me, so you have to buy them yourself if you want to try them. But if they fit a good amount of tokens and dices, I think they are a good addition to the collection. But still, we have the problem that we cannot display our legend card on the outside of the deck box. If you buy like a clear case where you have literally like completely clear window here, then you could see your legend card. But then still your legend is not in a hard case, it's just in a normal sleeve. This is the most basic deck box you can have, and for this it is good. if you just have the most basic needs for your Riftbound journey, this could be a good start for it. The ultimate guard boulder is probably the most minimalistic good deck box you can have. Sure, we have those plastic deck boxes, and you can kind of use your starter deck boxes for a deck box, but if you want something that really protects your cards, this is probably the most minimalistic thing you can have. If you get the boulder and tray, you also have a little case for your dices. Overall, there are some small things I don't like and that throw me off a little bit, like that the plastic here seems to already get used up, and that it's like that there is a way to really simply open the deck box. And also there are this, like, I don't know, those production problems that we saw. Oh damn, here you can see them really good. And I really have the feeling, if I have this in hand, like, it feels good in my hand. I really like the feel of the boulder in my hand, especially of the 80 plus. The 100 is a little bit big again, but this feels very good. But I have the problem, I see a situation where I have the feeling after like some time, after half a year or something, this deck box feels like wasted up. Like, if I go every week to a Nexus night and I open my deck box 3 or 4 times there, I see this lock not working anymore. And this is something I don't feel good with. I mean, of course, they are one of the cheaper deck boxes, have a good price for what they deliver. And so there is a moment where you think, okay, I used it for a year and now it's done. It's okay. It's fine. I'm fine with this. But still, I like, see, it just opens. It's so easy. It's so simple. I don't know. This kind of also doesn't sit right with me. Additional to all the little mishaps and problems that the production seems to have. Overall, it's a pretty good deck box, and if you just look for a small deck box that you take from the shelf, put it in your bag, not even your backpack, like you can just put it in your bag and go to your next local, this is very good. And especially when you add your tray to it so that you can take some dice with you, this can be like a very good deck box. The legendary Sidewinder. Everyone at my friend group knows them, and they use them, and they have them, and they are a pretty neat and good looking deck box. They are sleek, they have a certain elegance to them because they are not hard plastic. They have this xeno skin texture, which is like leather or rubber, and they feel very good. They are compact. They are not as compact as the boulders, of course, but they also still have good measurements so that I don't have the feeling of, yeah, my deck box is enormous in size. Even on the longest side, it feels good in my hand. Of course, these two again have the same measurements in their width and in their height. Just the depth again is different because this one is again 80 plus and this one is again 100 plus. We can measure those again. The width of the deck box is around about 10 centimeters and 3 millimeters. The height is around about 7.9 to 8. And the depth is 7.9 to 8 again. The only difference to the 100 plus is the depth again, and here is the depth like 8.9, I would say. They come with this flap here. You can sadly not detach it from the deck box, but it feels pretty solid. It's very stable. You have the typical stuff here. And that's it. There's nothing very, very special about those deck boxes. They are a simple deck box with a flap on it. Magnets, we have 4 up to the front, and they hit 4 in the lid. We have some here. No, we have no magnets in the the back, so we only have those 4 to hold the deck box. Let's check it out. We get our 80 single-sleeved cards, and there's no problem fitting them in. They have more than enough room, and we can fit in our slide card case. It fits perfectly. It doesn't even block up the lid. It's perfect. It works. It's fine. You have all your cards in here. Let's get over to the shake test. It's not very hard. It's very, very easy to pop that thing open because it was so easy and so fast. We try it again. No real problem with it. It really goes off extremely easy. Kind of to expect if you only have like 4 magnets here and none in the back. So maybe just do the lid a little bit longer and add 2 other magnets here so that it can hold better. I don't know, this deck box really feels weak in its lid. Overall, it's still a good looking deck box. It fits all your cards, and when you use it well, this lid problem shouldn't be a problem. Okay, just treat your deck boxes right, guys. We head over to the 80 double sleeved with sealable inner sleeve, and we still fit in those. You have to push a little bit, like you see when I put some of them out, they get stuck, and I have to push them inside. It's a little bit tight. You can't not fit this anymore in here. If you just like delete 3 or 4 cards, it feels way better. So this is not a problem. But for 80 plus double sleeved cards, again, these are 80 cards. These are 80 cards. Of course, they are sealable inner sleeve. They are very thick. So let's say we double sleeve them with basic inner sleeves. They have a little bit of room, but still it is probably a very tight fit for like 81 or 82 cards then. But it fits your 80 cards. And this is good. We make the shake test. Yeah, what can I say? What did I expect? It opens exactly the same. Very easy. 80 plus. So now we get over to the 100 plus. It's exactly the same. It's the same deck box. Also, the lid is very strong. Same magnets. 4 here. 4 here. None in the back. Of course, it will fit the single sleeved. We don't have to talk about that. The double sleeve will, if they fit in the 80 plus, then they will definitely have a nice fit in here. Yes, they do. And you still have some room for your slide case. And it feels very good. You still have a little bit of room. You don't have to squish your cards too much. You can very good put them out and put them back in. The space is very good. And so you have a really nice and compact deck box for your 80 cards. Double sleeved, sealable inner sleeve, and your hard case legend, which I really like. Let's get over to the check test. And I don't know what's the difference, but this one holds better. It doesn't hold perfectly, but at least it survived the basic shake test. Because I always shake just easily and soft. And I have this like thrust shake. And I actually need the thrust shake here for exactly this point of opening the deck box. I really need to put energy in it to get it open. The normal shake test is like, it works. Then it holds. I don't know why. I don't understand how. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand the physics behind it. Even though I'm normally a very physics understanding guy. I don't know. But that's it. Still very good deck boxes. They look good. They feel good. They fit your cards to some degree. that I just showed you. And I think the best point about this is they are very simple. You have your cards compact with you. You have no tray for dices or anything else. You can't display your legend outside of your box, but you can at least put your legend in a hard case. This is something I really like. They are very simple. They're very, very minimalistic designed. And if you don't need anything around, if you don't care about putting your dices or tokens inside your deck box, if you don't care about putting your legend outside of your box, this could be a very, very good deck box for you. The legendary and well-known Sidewinder. I have to say it's a really, really good deck box, and for how minimalistic it is, it looks very good. It has like this sleek, nice design. It looks very, very, very high quality and also feels like it's high quality. The biggest problem actually is just that we have literally nothing of all the special things we are looking for in a deck box. We don't have the possibility to show our legend outside of the box. We have no case for dices and stuff. And still we have to say they are just too small for what they are advertising. When you are 80 plus, the same goes for the boulder by the way, when you promote 80 plus double sleeved cards, it's a thing that doesn't sit right with me when I then double sleeve my cards with one of the most well-known card sleeve companies on the market and they don't fit in. Not even 80. You understand what I mean? And that's something I kind of... It leaves a sour taste. But overall, those are very good deck boxes. And if you just look for something that you can put your deck in and then put it in your bag or put it in your backpack or just throw it in the back of your car, this is a good deck box. For every one of you who's still here watching this video, thank you so much for watching, and I want to give you something back as a thank you. And it's like last time, we have all those deck boxes and I am willing to give them to you back. So just write a comment, include in the comment #guard, and tell me which two of those deck boxes you like the most and would like to try out yourself, and then I will pick one of you at random. And then I will pick one of those deck boxes at random and send them to you. I will reach out to you after a week, like the last time. And in this case, I wish every one of you good luck. And again, thanks Ultimate Guard for providing me with that product. But that's enough of the giveaway. Let's get back to the video. And last but not least, I got those two. Those are the Ultimate Guard Flip and Tray. And how the name already says, this one includes a tray for your dices or your tokens, which I personally really like. Those two are again the same height, same wide. They are just again a little bit deeper, like the 100 plus again. The measurements are, I would say 9 centimeters wide, 40.4 or 5 centimeters high, and the 80 plus is right about 7.9 to 8 centimeters deep, and the 100 plus is around 9 to 9.1. So those are very, very huge deck boxes. They are very, very big, but they have the tray in it, which of course needs some space. Overall, you can kind of compare them to their counterpart, the Sidewinder, in their measurements, like you see. Even a little bit less deep. And then you have like this part with the case on it. So there we know where the where the measurements come from. But why was it deeper than the Sidewinder? That's pretty simple, because you have another tray in it. You don't only have the tray for your dices, you have the tray for your cards in here. So you don't only top or side load your cards here, like you could side load your cards here. You also top load them in here. You take your cards, you can already test this with our 80 single sleeved cards. You put them in here, they fit perfectly, no problem. They also fit the light card case. And then this top loaded, you side load into the flippin' tray. And you see your cards are very, very strongly protected from everything outside. Then you can take this out, put your dices in here. I don't have any right now at the desk. And it's done. You have all your stuff with it. You have your legend in a hard case. The only point is you don't have your legend outside of the box. Let's go to the shake test. The problem is how to hold it for the shake test, because if I hold it here, I literally hold the lid. Same goes for here. Here the cards have to fall out. So when I hold it like this, I don't block the main lid for the cards in any way. And I can shake it. And it pops open. But the point is, it pops open and they are still in this case. So your deck is, for another fall, protected. You see? If your deck box just falls open like this, your cards don't just slide out because they are in this case. I'm not gonna say they can't completely fall out. If this thing falls out, they will fly everywhere. But there is this little layer of extra protection so that your cards don't fall out. But this comes with the price of the deck box is bigger than it needs to be, because you have this case here. Overall, still very, very good idea. And like I said, it pops open. Just want to say, if you have this little lid here still on there, which you should have normally, it's even harder to pop the deck open because you have this lid, which is also connected via magnet. And it helps keeping this lid in place. We can also show you the magnets. You have one here for this lid, and you have 3 here, none other, for this lid. See? There you go. Okay, after fitting in the 80 single sleeved cards, let's get over to the 80 double sleeved cards. And here, what do I need to say? I can really compress my cards. Really compress them. You see what I mean? I'm pressing them. I really have to press them, and I am at a point where I say, okay, I'm probably gonna bend my cards if I push here more. They are like very tight. This is not 80 plus. In no world. This is not 80 plus. Even though they are with sealable inner sleeved. This is not 80 plus for double sleeved. You can't advertise this as 80 plus for double sleeved. Same goes for the Boulder 80 plus. You cannot. This is just unacceptable in my opinion. If this would be like a hard sleeve company that no one knows, that is completely new on the market and advertises their sleeves as the biggest on the market, I would say anything. But these are Dragon Shield. Like the go-to name when it comes to card sleeves. And to say, yeah, they are too thick for our 80 is in my opinion just not acceptable. So if you have a smaller deck, double sleeved, sealable inner sleeves, this fits in but other way, it does not. And also you cannot put your hard case in it. Just keep that in mind. But overall, even though it's a little bit small for our deck, the deck box overall feels good, and it's very compact for all the stuff you get. You have your tokens with you, you have your deck with you. If you don't double sleeve with sealables or just single sleeve your deck, you can put a slide card case in it to better protect your legend card. There are just some design issues I have with the deck box. I don't like this one. Like, look at this. I already know which part of this... I want to say I already know which part of this deck box will be the first thing that breaks. And it will either way be this, like those sharp edges, those pointy corners, because I see them hit in my backpack somewhere and get stuck and then rip at something, or myself, when I open it, always get stuck at this corner. And at some point this will then just fray out. And this one. Like, look at this. I feel uncomfortable leaving this open this way, because it already bends slightly down. I can sadly not show you this. But wait, I can try to hold it in this place. You see? It bends slightly down. These are just simple design choices I personally don't like. I think a good idea would have been to keep it more like the Sidewinders, so that it's like this, not like that. Like, this is a bastion, this is a monument on your table. It takes little place because it's like this, because it's high. But I think I like this design more, where you kind of just have it like this, like a treasure chest, and open it, and then you have like your cards in here, and then this one just make one big flap, and you can like do this, and then you have like your cards in here and your dice tray. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion about the design choices made with the flippin' tray. Now we come to the 100 plus flippin' tray. By the way, this is a design variant. This one was also a magic design. I don't know why they sent me this. Those are like pretty expensive, but they look good, I have to say. Also, they have like another texture, you see. Like, this one is more glossy, and it feels more glossy, or I want to say slippery. But that's not what we're here for talking about. We want to check out how all of this fits in. We don't need to check the single sleeve. They will fit in definitely. What is about the double sleeve cards? They, of course, fit in here now. We can also include our hard case, but it's kind of tight. It's kind of tight. I don't want to lie. Like, if I do it like this, maybe you can hear it. It really snaps in place. Cam, please. Like, you have to push it and then it snaps at some point. Because like your top card then slides in here and then it fits better. If you don't want a hard case and just put like basic cards, this is a good fit. You still have some wiggle room, your cards don't get squished. It's completely fine. We still gonna do the shake test because this feels like a more slippery deck box, so we have to check the magnets with it. Oh, there it was open. You saw it? It was open and I flapped it back. Yeah, there. You can pop it open. Yeah. So also not really the tightest one. We can, like, I can try to shake them like this, but it's like, I don't feel comfortable saying I put all my power in it by holding them like this. But you see, even then it pops open. You don't need all your power to do it. Same design choices. That it's high. It's a very, very large deck box to the top. It's still got those pointy corners. It still has this like flap here. Those are the same design choices that I don't like about the smaller flip and tray. That's okay. I already told you about this. But overall, the flip and tray has a lot of potential as a deck box, and I think if you really want to keep your tokens and your dices next to your deck box, this could be a good deck box for you. It also fits your hard case legend card. So last of all, the flip and tray. I have to say, a lot of things don't sit right deep inside of me with this thing. Like, it's fine, it has good measurements, you can put it good in your hand. It protects your card even if it fails the shake test. You have your little tray, but I don't like this one. Like this. This doesn't sit right with me at all. Also, there are a lot of design choices that feel like I can see it not looking that good anymore after some use. Which is kind of okay, but if I then look at like the price or maybe get like a design deck box, I don't want it to look used and I don't want it to get broken and stuff. And then there are some design choices where I say, okay, this probably will at some point just fizzle out. This will at some point just hold on a last single thread. I'm pretty sure it will. I want to mention, I really fell in love with the flip and tray some years back. In my Pokemon era, I also bought flip and tray, and I have to say the quality got better. Like, some of the threads are way better, and like especially this. Look at this. What is this? There is a magnet, by the way. I literally checked this and was like, okay, there is no magnet, but there is a magnet. You just don't see it very well, but there is one. And that's probably the point why it looks like this. And I mean, of course, this one is not 2 years old, but it looks way better. So I have some history with the flip and trays, and I liked them back then, and I still like them today. But now, after diving into the TCG space with more thoughts in my head and more thinking of what could be and what do I need, they don't really sit right with me. But I can't really point my finger to what it is. If you like them, or if you think they are interesting, they are probably a very good deck box for you. This whole video is just my personal opinion, and I don't want you to take my personal opinion as granted or as a rule out there in the world. Like, just because I say I don't feel right with this, doesn't mean that you should not buy it. If I would say don't buy it, it's trash, I would say that. But that's not it. I have this product, it's fresh from the company, and the way I have it now in my hand and the way I have those in my hand after 2 years, I can still say you can buy those and they are a good deck box and a great product. And if you are interested in those, you should get them. So what are my final thoughts about Ultimate Guard? The deck boxes, they are good. They are really good and I like them. I know the whole video looks a little bit pessimistic. And I can see where people say, yeah, Kenji hates Ultimate Guard. Like, I'm being harsh to those deck boxes. I know. And it actually hurts me myself, because Ultimate Guard were so kind to provide me with the product, and now I bring this video where I talk very negatively about them. But there are just so many small minor things that throw me off in some way. And we should never forget that we are looking for something very specific. We look for the perfect deck box for RIFTBOUND. And this deck box needs a display for your legend cards. It needs to fit all your cards. It needs to fit your tokens, and it shouldn't be too big. It should also look nice, and it should hold for a long time. And also something that I have to mention definitely at some point is that I also look for a good price. I don't want to mention the price because you want a good deck box, you want a good product, so you have to pay good money. Obviously, I don't say anything else. But from a standpoint of mine, where I'm someone who has like bills to pay, a family to take care of, and has other hobbies than TCG that needs payment, you don't want to put too much money into a deck box. You understand? Like, TCG is already an expensive hobby, and then you don't want to use too much of your money for a deck box. And maybe this is the thing that always lies on my heart like a big rock. When I see this and I think, okay, this is 10 euros. And I look at this and I say, okay, this is 21 euros. And I look at this is the design variant, okay? So they are normally cheaper, but this thing is 36 euros. And I'm standing there and I think like, ooh. And I think this is my big problem. I want you all to know that those are good products. And you should buy them if they fit your needs. If you think they are pretty. If you have good experience with them. Or if you overall just like the product. Buy it. It's a good product. And I also kinda like it. And especially since I have those now, I will definitely use them. But Ultimate Guard is probably a company I will, for the moment, not take in consideration for my needs, because they are missing too much I really want from my deck box for Riftbound specifically. Please keep that in mind. And for the price. It makes me kind of sad that the whole video looks so negative and it sounds so negative, because I don't want this, because it's not a bad product. It's a good product. And there are Ultimate Guard products I definitely will get for other Riftbound stuff, like those Omni Hives are a great addition if you want to put your proving grounds in one box and take it somewhere to teach people Riftbound. Like, Ultimate Guard has a good system of the product. I really just think it's the price that gives me some negative vibes to a degree that makes it hard for me personally to really say, yeah, that's the product. And then also there are those small little details that are missing. I'm very sorry, Ultimate Guard, if you see that video, that I sound so negative. I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful that you provided me with the product, and I will take care of them and I will use them, and I will probably get at some point more of your product. Those are good deck boxes. They're just not perfectly for the thing we are looking for specifically. But if you people out there like those deck boxes, get them. They're great. They're cool. I like them for the things they are. I should just stop that video at this point before I just keep on talking about how I seem to be more negative than I actually want to be. I hope you got the point. I wish every one of you good luck with the giveaway, so that you can try out those deck boxes yourself, or can add one to your collection that you probably already have, because let's not forget, Ultimate Guard is on the market for some time now. And let me know what you think about those in the comments. Leave a like and smash the subscribe button. And maybe I'll see you in the next video.